feeling cold. It's the worst feeling in the world, man.
Yeah, sometimes people
Call me a
he talk
coconut if you want to.
sometimes when I say I'm cold at certain time of year, people
Yeah.
look at me like, "Come on, bro, you're from wherever you used to live." And I'm like, "Yeah, well, we got heaters up there. There's no heaters here." You feel me? Like there's no heaters here. So you can't say I'm from somewhere that was cold and there's no heaters here.
That's crazy.
What up, y'all?
What up?
I'm hearing my phone buzzing. Everything is live. Everything is live. Thank you. Thank you, device. We're gonna go live on the audio in just a second, but let's see who's going, man. I need a way. Let me see. Does this thing show this? I wish I could use my restream again.
I'm telling you, if I ever come into a major amount of money, like you're gonna know where I am, but I'm letting you know I'm going to disappear for a moment, and we'll definitely be in contact. But everybody, like for real, if you ain't fam, just know one day I'm gonna send you some dough and be like, listen, I'm building a compound.
Let's go. Let us go.
It's not gonna be in the States, and at that point, Faith would just have to be like, okay, I'm good. You know what I'm saying?
Just build it, they'll come.
I'm just telling you.
Yeah so yeah, man.
Somewhere hot. I know that all year.
Listen, Simone resonates with that sentiment, my friend. Man. Like she's not down. She is not down with cool air.
No, sir. No,
Full stop. I don't mind crisp air, like say in the Northeast where you and I grew up, like when fall comes around, the trees start getting a little bare and the air gets crisp and not heavy. I'm okay with that moment. But then when it starts burning your, like the back of your nasal passages, I'm like, all right, you know what?
Bro,
I'm good on that. I don't want that.
I am good.
Yeah, y'all. So I guess what I'll do, I will monitor my personal page to see if anybody types there, but I won't be able to get to those several other pages, y'all, because I'm not using Restream today. I'm using OneStream and this unified chat. I hope y'all are watching OneStream. I've given a lot of money into your coffers. Like you need to get this unified chat thing to work. I can't look at 10. Well, how are we on today? How many are we on today? 9. I can't look on 9 platforms today because your unified chat's not working, y'all. Can you please fix that, please?
Please.
And thanks.
Please and
yeah. But yeah, so what I'm going to do, Quest, is get this audio flex right. And I don't have a bell today because I left my laptop up on the second floor, and that's a far distance. I'm not doing that. I'm not going up there. So we won't have a school bell ring. Ring-a-ling-a-ling. We won't do that. But I will provide the other. So I need you to just do.
Imagine if we was in school and you know that at the end of a period, you.
I almost said a joke that would get all the social media platforms shut off. So I'm going to just keep that. I'm going to get it. I'm going to keep that. But yeah, maybe some places they do stuff like that. But that would be really disconcerting. Yeah. All right, y'all. So Quest, I need you to do something for me, please.
Yep. Quiet on the set.
Silencio tú. Peace, y'all. It's your man Dave with my brother Quest, the man bringing you all things marriage, paying you huge dividends on your investment in time with us. We're talking about love, sex, having children, money, spirituality, life, communication, and anything else to help you thrive and win in your relationships. And guess what? This is grown folks' business. So get ready to make grown-up decisions. You know why? Because marriage ain't for suckers. That's the name of the program. Marriage ain't for suckers. All right, let's get into it. Hey, yo, Quest, it's time to give the people something, man. What we talking about today?
What up, what up, what up, what up, what up, what up, what up? Welcome to another edition of the Marriage Ain't for Suckers podcast. It's your boy Quest alongside my co-host, you know what I'm saying? My man, my mellow, my man. Ladies, gentlemen, and children all around. L. David Harris.
You talk about me? Huh? You talk about me?
No doubt.
Yo. Get on the mic.
and MC.
Yo, Quest. Class is in the session.
Yeah, it's in the session. What up, y'all?
Yeah.
What up, y'all? I hope everybody's having a wonderful week thus far. It is a lovely Thursday. It's raining outside, but I got life, bro. And any day that the blood is flowing through my body and there is oxygen in my lungs, bro, it's a good day. It's a
straight
little
up.
cold.
We need that rain, man. You need that rain.
No doubt. I had to put the hoodie on because it is a little chilly. And Faith, I hope that what she is experiencing right now is not like premenopause or
pause, please.
Mm-hmm.
Attention.
I
remember on this program, in 2019, I warned you. I think it's when she turned 40. Is it so? I don't know. Shh, I shouldn't say that. I'm just saying.
Yeah, she's.
Shh, it's my fault. Don't go where I went because I'm a friend, but you're the husband. Don't do what I did. But I warned you. Yeah,
she's in her 40s now. Let's just say
I did warn you.
Yeah, and she is she gets these hot flashes from time to time. And
I told you on this program what to buy. Okay, sorry. I won't interrupt you no more. I
think I need you to send it to me again so I can get it and just start dropping it in her drink or something. You know what I'm saying?
You said it like it's a Mickey. It's not a Mickey, man. She needs to know it's in there, man. Come on.
Yeah, it's in there. So she can, because I know when that season finally to watch my mom, it's she out of nowhere, she fat, and she's in Florida, B. So you already know. Like,
bruh, she could have been in the hills of West Virginia in the wintertime.
Bruh, and she would burn up still.
Yes. Simone said it's perimenopause. She wants you to be extremely accurate here.
Yeah, perimenopause.
Shabon up. Yeah, so we can help. There is help, brothers. I warned them. Yo, look at Officer Craig is on my personal platform, man. Haven't seen that brother in forever, man.
What's up, man?
Yeah.
That's what's up. We should call them and let them, like, for real, sponsor the Maths podcast, for real.
It's time.
All this talk we've been talking about this thing, man, like, for real, they need to show us some love.
Straight up, man.
Free advertisement.
Yeah. So we up in here, man, and I'm thankful. So today I'm not going to cut y'all short. I really had I had something I had to do last week, so I needed to just hurry up, right? Yeah. But today we invest some more time on this concept, brother. But I don't want to get ahead of you. I mean, you might have something more you want to say before I jump in there.
I do. Yeah. I want to say shouts out to Crystal and Lemoyne Robinson. Those are my homies, man. And they run something called Love and Business, right? Married couple. And she posted something this morning, and I just want to shout her out for what she posted. She said, my prayer for you today is that you discover God's purpose for your life, that you boldly walk in your purpose and relentlessly pursue it forever. Amen.
Ooh, that's a good prayer, man.
Yeah, shouts out to her for that, man.
Yeah, sweet.
Yep. She wants to, I think she said, she wants us to be a guest on there. They started a podcast as well called Love and Business.
Love in Business or and?
And.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Sweet.
I
like it.
Major things, man. He owns a State Farm insurance office, and she runs about 5 Meineke's.
Discount muffler? Oh, that's good, man.
Yeah. So she owns about 5 of them. So, man, they're doing major things. Shouts out to them, man. Lovers of God, lovers of people. So, yeah, I just want to shout them out real quick.
Yeah, I want to deposit something into your sister. What's her name again? The woman you just said?
Crystal Robinson.
Listen, you might need to learn how to put, what do they call it? Razor wire. I saw somebody put razor wire over the catalytic converter. I said razor. I'm talking about the whirly one that if you cut it, it.
Oh, yeah.
Simone showed me that. Like I said, that's Safari Reach now. That's where we are.
Wow.
I'm talking about razor wire. That thing was bundled. It wasn't a joke. It was bundled. So you go up under there and try to remove it. You're going to have a lot of problems.
You're going to have problems.
So yeah, look into that, y'all. Look into that. Save your peoples a little extra cash.
Wow. Only in Jamaica, B. I'm telling you, because you can't do that nowhere else.
I said, what the world? Razor wire?
Bro.
Man.
You know when that unravel, what gonna happen if you try to remove that B?
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
You're gonna need a
yeah,
sheet, bro. You're gonna need
yeah. Tyrell,
a sheet.
yeah, the Colonel, Muhammad, shouts out to you, bro. We up
Yeah,
in here. Yeah,
yeah.
so you ready to transition, bro?
Oh, let's get it.
Yeah, so last week we touched on the concept of being married after having regrets. So it's like you run into the marriage, with regrets. And we touched it just a little bit. We're going to talk about regrets again today, but we're going to pivot. It's not the same context. We are married. And what Quest and I want to talk about today is like how people say recession proof your business or recession proof your whatever. We want to regret proof in as much as it is possible your marriage. Let's do that. How about that?
Yeah, yeah. When you speak of regret, though, what aspect are you speaking from? Because some people, you know what I'm saying, like they was doing some stuff they had no business doing.
Ooh.
Somebody got pregnant.
Who
So they
got pregnant?
Yeah. So they call themselves trying to do the right thing and ended up having a child and being married to somebody they never wanted to. They was just out there trying to be mannish or womanish, if you will. So are we talking about regret from that perspective?
Bro, you just gonna drop something like that in there and ask me to evaluate it?
I'm just saying.
No, what I'm saying is that now that you're married, right? You have your husband, ladies, then you have your wife, you are married. From this day forward, we are doing what it takes to not create regrets. Let me give you a simple one. So Simone and I got married, and after 10 years, we had a son, right? We had a son. And well, he's in the womb now. I know he's in there. Her stature is changing. She's, there's a baby in there, right? And I'm like, I'm not waiting for the boy to be born to say Happy Father's Day. Like, he's in there. So I need to behave like he's in there.
Right.
But guess what? I need to make deposits as a father and a husband into the mommy and wife's spirit, emotion, intellect. And what I said was, and I tell young fathers especially, I'm like, yo, you will never say or do anything while she is pregnant or in postpartum stage that you cannot take back, because you may want to take it back. Like, as an example, we lived in the bush. Like, we lived in almost bush. We lived at the base of a mountain in the country. Yes, in West Virginia at the time, right? 96 miles to work one way. So that's one way. So I'm the driver, right? And so, like, there, of course, there's a lot of obstacles on a trip that long, right? Well, if Simone needed to use the bathroom.
On a 96-mile trip to work one way?
One way, right? So Simone says, let's call it mile 40. I need to use the restroom. Okay, take coat. Find a way, find an exit to somewhere, and we use the bathroom. Boom. Remember, we're talking about leaving the country to go into the dead of Washington, D.C. in rush hour traffic.
Wow.
Take up, find the bathroom. Okay, you're good. Yes, I feel so relieved. Good. Let's just say, as it would happen sometimes, now we're at mile 70. She's like, I got to go to the bathroom.
Oh, wow.
David, what you will not say is, you just went to the bathroom. You can't hold it.
To the bathroom a while ago.
Yo, this is what you will not say. You will not even act like it's an inconvenience. Yeah. Because I promise you, you will regret it because of the impact on her mind, her emotions. And it's like, hold up, I got 8 extra pounds plus water, fluid, plus emotional whatever, plus all the stuff on the inside of my body is rearranged, plus this little buster that's in this belly that you put in there is sitting on my bladder. And you're going to say, So guess what Dave never did? Guess what Dave always did?
Yeah.
You need to use the restroom? Okay. Find a way.
Yeah.
It was never inconvenient in my brain. It was never what I would say to Josiah, like now, like he's got to use the, again, bruh, didn't I tell you use the bathroom before we left home? No, sir, not with her. That would be a regrettable, eternal situation because in her downtime, she's going to remember, like, this dude couldn't even, we couldn't find a bathroom, bro. Like, how hard is it?
So let me ask you something real quick. That tick, is that the indicator?
Yes, sir. That's the trafficator for the Jamaicans. Yes, it's the indicator. Tick up, tick up, tick up, tick up. Yes. Yes, sir. Yes. We're going to find the exit because she needs it. Mm-hmm. Not because she said 20 minutes ago and did have to use the bathroom. Do I think that I get to determine what's going on in her bladder or not going on while this dude is in there doing backflips and squeezing stuff and she trying to get away from her belly?
Yep.
No regrets, bro. I'm not putting nothing in her brain.
Yep.
That she's going to be able to recall and it pop up on her and be like, remember that day that you.
Not to mention after you have the baby, right? And there will be certain instances that bring those things back to memory.
Oh yeah, there's no question.
Women are a little different, bro, when it comes to like challenging stuff between them and their mate. It's almost like, and I'll tell you why I learned this from a physiological perspective. That what women do is they attach an emotional feeling to the negative experience and it's burned into the memory of their brain. And it's ready accessible at any point in time, a year from now, 10 years from now, 30 years from now. They can remember when you done long gone, forgot, but they can pill that stuff up like it was yesterday.
Hashtag triggering.
Yep.
I'm just saying, the brain doesn't forget unless it receives the unfortunate event of amnesia. Yeah. So it's in there, but the recallability of it, when you are trampling on your wife, your woman's emotions, her intellect, her anything else. Yeah, no, don't do that.
I think a lot of dudes do it unintentionally too, though, D, and it still has the same effect. Why? Because people just don't know how to temper their tongue.
But that's why we're here. We're here to educate the unintentionality. We're here to give you new habits, new second nature, hacks.
So it's crazy because I posted it the other day, and I said we simply forget to keep a watchful eye on ourselves. And so we say or do things we later regret. In addition to that, some people have poorly developed monitoring skills. And they have a limited awareness of how they come across to others and specifically their spouse. Mm-hmm. So when we're communicating, I think it's important to understand that communication competence is the name of the game. Why? Because it involves learning to attend to feedback from others, especially your spouse, and to monitor the impact of your communication as you interact with them.
Wow.
In other words, mind your speech.
Yeah. So I gave you one example. Can I give you one that's a little lighter, and dudes do on a regular basis?
Sure.
Dudes do it on a regular basis, man. So I was at the gas station a couple Fridays ago in my vehicle. Roll down the window. I'd like to have a fill up on an 87 using the card. Boom. Did I say this last week? I don't think I said it here. Yeah. So the woman steps up to the open window who's doing the gas thing and she mumbles something. And I was like, I said, what do you say? She literally said nothing, went away, came back. And she said, and I can't even repeat it because it's so vulgar. She said, I can't even say it because it's so vulgar, bro. She said that she wanted me to do something to her sexual organ. She said it. But if I told you what she said, it's not even like
as
it was
an
so.
invitation or as
No, it wasn't an invitation. It was a like I need you to do this. She didn't flirt. Like she said, I need you to do this to my dad. Like she's pumping my gas, bro. Like she's not even just you know what I'm saying? Like she's pumping the gas.
Yeah.
So I said, what? Bro.
Yeah.
She said, well, you asked me what I said. And I said, but certain things, not for saying on this, you don't say certain stuff. Like certain stuff you don't say. Like I didn't ask you to say that.
Yeah.
I just know that you mumbled something and I didn't know what it was. So I was asking, what was it that you said?
Reckless speech.
And that wasn't even the only thing. And by the time it was over, I can say this, it's still vulgar-ish, but at least I can use the language because it's English. It's not like a foul language, but this is what she said. Here's the innuendo. Yeah. There's the machine that usually goes beep, beep, beep when it's time to remove the card from it. Yeah. Well, they have these new machines in Jamaica now that don't go beep, beep, beep.
Yeah.
So I said, miss, what I must do with this now? Mm-hmm. Take it out? She said, no, push it in. And then she sauntered, like she kind of sauntered and was like,
there's no cool, there's no chill.
And she told me, like she did it former President Trump style, but it was more vulgar than what he put out into the stratosphere. What she said, the way she said it was even more vulgar, but it was an invitation for men who are into that. So what did I do? And y'all don't need to do what I do, but when things reach a certain level, Simone and I actually talk about it, like immediately.
Yep.
Like I don't even position myself to be able to enjoy that kind of thing.
Absolutely.
I'd be like, I'm like, Simone, you know what just happened?
I think we fail to realize too, D, that the moment that we start entertaining that stuff, we've put a crack in our armor. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, sorry. I'm so Jamaican.
Once you crack the armor and it gets to a point where you take it time and time again where the armor falls off, there comes a point where you sit in it for so long. I'm talking about sin, because all that is really a gateway to do some foolishness, right? Mm-hmm. The enemy is so, I'm talking about blazing. I'm not brazen with his stuff, right?
Yeah.
You can get to the point where you sit in it for so long that you don't even know that it's there.
So look what happens if I drive now. So Simone's not there that day. She's there. Say she's there on Tuesday.
Yep.
You know what I'm gonna do?
Yeah.
I'm gonna point her out. I'm gonna be like, "That's the woman that did it, Simone." Yeah. So that chick don't feel like she can come to my window. Pardon me, y'all. She behave in a way that I feel this way. I don't just call women that. But this woman, I wish I could say what Jamaicans call women like these, but that's kind of vulgarish too. So, bro, why you do that? Why you do that? I'm on record. Quest said that, not me. Get the bus, roll him over, and roll back over him, because I did not say that.
It's lighter. The term is much lighter on the American side.
Oh my goodness! They're like, what did you say? Skittles? No, he did not. He said something that was a little harsh. But anyway, so look, I'm pointing around, be like, Simone, that's her. So the woman does not feel like she can roll up to my window, because when I was leaving that day, she was like, bye. What did I do? What did I say? Bye? What did I say? Bye? See you next time? No. So I'm going to point her out. So when Simone see her and the chick decides she's going to look in the window and try to be like, you remember our day that Friday? I'll be like, Simone, that's her right there. That's the one that did it.
Yeah.
You feel me? I'm that type of dude, man. I'm a little bit extra with it.
Talk about living with no regrets.
That's no regrets, because she's not winking at me. While Simone, she's not going to feel like that was a good day. It was not a good day.
One thing I realize about how the enemy operates is to get us to compromise our character in some shape or form.
That's it.
Once your character is compromised, it puts you, like, for real. That's why the word declares a man without self-control is like a city with no walls. Anybody can attack.
Wowzers.
Anybody can attack. And so the simplest of things put you in this position now where, just like you said, suppose you show up to the gas station and she say something off the wall about the last time y'all met and you and Simone never had a conversation about it. That's like, for real. I love the behavior that you displayed, D, because it's intentional and deliberate.
Oh yeah, there's no question.
To the extent of, listen, I want to include you on some stuff that I'm facing on the day to day.
Yep. And that's not no one-off. I mean, stuff like that, maybe to not that extreme, but other stuff that's very similar does happen. And when it reaches a certain pitch, I'm like, Simone, guess what?
Yep. It's so funny because I go to the gym sometime, and I think I'm like, for real. And in my next home, I'm going to build a gym such that I don't have to go to nobody's gym. You know what I mean? Like,
yes,
it almost feels like the gym gets more scandalous and scandalous. So I'm in the weight side. And of course, it's nothing but mirrors.
Mirrors and deadlifts and squats.
Yep. All of that.
Yeah.
And the way that I'll leave that right there.
Simone and I go to the gym together when she's well.
Yes.
I wish for you all things.
I like to go
possible.
Oh, no doubt. I like to go in the morning because you know what I'm saying? Right after worship, right after I take the kids to the bus stop, that's when I like to go early.
Yes, sir. Me too.
But where we live, our gym is always on tilt. You know what I'm saying? And the crowd is lighter sometimes and heavier sometimes, but at a certain hour, and I try to go as early as I possibly can because I know ain't nobody ready for them kind of hours. But of course, I'm not compromising my worship time. So needless to say, I'm in there. One young lady, I sat down. She comes over to that side of the gym. I'm like, okay, cool, whatever.
So free country.
Yeah, right. Okay, cool. I'm over there, pretty much me and another gentleman, right? I move from where the gentleman is, and I sit down on the bench because I had done about 3-4 sets, and I was like, all right, let me sit and take a breather real quick. So I take my phone out, send a couple of texts. She walks by. You look out of your peripheral vision, right? Because you can see. Go get weights. Walk back again. Drop the weights over there. Walk back again. Get something else. Walk back again. So it's about 3 or 4 times she walked past in front of me. So she walked back a second time, but this time it's a little bit closer to the seat. So I pick my head up and I look and I turn my head. When I turn my head, she's looking at me through the mirror.
She want to see if you watching her walk by.
But that's what I'm telling you.
I got him.
And the stuff she got on is just like,
nah, bro. I don't find that stuff amusing, bro. Like, I'm annoyed by that kind of stuff.
It's not funny.
Nah, that kind of stuff. Like, what are we in, 5th grade?
Yeah.
Shoot your shot so I can say I'm married. Get it over with, lady. Like, stop with that, all that. Like, stop with all of that.
Here's the funny thing, though. It's the stuff that's perpetuated on social media. Like, they got this thing now called Gym Crush.
Never heard of it.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's those things that are perpetuated, and the enemy is so slick in what he does. Yeah. Like, it's not a place you can go to. It's so pervasive now that no matter where you go, you come in contact with this stuff. And I'm saying, like, for real, you talking about living with no regrets. We got to get to the point where we're so engulfed in what it means to be a husband, what it means to be a wife, that we're not fazed by that stuff. So we're talking about that collectively, D, but if I'd like to take a shift for a moment and say the least common denominator is not the marriage itself. The least common denominator is you as an individual. Who are you, right? If you take away marriage, you take away your job, you take away money, you strip yourself of all the things that make us who we are, quote unquote, in this world, or what society deems you to be. You take all of that stuff away. Who are you at the core?
Core values.
You feel me? Like, who are you at the core? This one of the things that I've been doing is studying, and you and I've been talking about it a lot lately, is this myth of singleness, right? And so I'm telling you that more and more we should strive to be single. I'm reading Genesis, right? If we really want to go back to the original design of how this thing was supposed to work. God created Adam. Adam knew what he was supposed to be doing. He knew where he was supposed to be doing it. He knew who he was in the whole thing, right? Yes. and who he was doing it for.
Mm-hmm.
He had relationship with God, tend to the garden, do all of those different things. He was whole. He was whole, heavy on the whole, right? And I'm saying in this season, we need to be concerned about our wholeness, because if you're not concerned about your wholeness as an individual, then you opened up for attack in those areas and all of these different experiences that we were just given a while ago.
Mm-hmm.
And here's the funny thing. You may not have been looking for it, but you may be going through.
That's beside the point.
You legit may be going through a season, right, where you and wifey bumping heads, or things are getting a little difficult, right? Because let's just keep it 100. Marriage presents its challenges, but it presents its challenges for growth. You cannot be in this new season who you were last season. Do me a favor. You're familiar with operating systems and stuff.
Of course.
You will not find a server at a company still operating on server 2000. You will not find anybody still using Windows XP. You won't find it. Microsoft doesn't even support it anymore. Why? It's obsolete.
So you saying my old mindset is obsolete?
I'm just saying, try and use your old mindset in the new season that you are in.
No, I can't do that.
Yeah, okay. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like for real. And so what some of us are doing, it's not that you don't want the new things that the new places and spaces of your marriage have to present and offer to you. It's that you want that while still operating as the old you. And that don't work. It will never work.
Yeah. Let me jump on the positive side, right? So we kind of milked just a couple of examples. And of course, we did it from a male perspective. But let me jump on the positive, the positive side of things, right? There are times that you can be regretful because you chose not to pour in to your spouse when the opportunity was presented to you.
Yeah.
And you try to circle back in that just a moment.
It look oh, come on, D. Go on, man.
Right? So the opportunity arises where your spouse needs some positive interaction.
Mm-hmm.
Because in this moment, you're the one that your spouse really wants and needs. Right? A little emotionally down, having some challenges, thinking through some things.
Mm-hmm.
You're the obvious most safe space or safest space, but you're too busy.
Oh,
you're too busy. Like maybe you are busy. Maybe you got stuff to do. But if you're too busy to make a deposit in the moment to say there's more coming, then somebody else is going to make the deposit.
Yeah.
I promise. It's not that, and listen, I'm not saying that your spouse is going to go looking for anything, but you don't want devices. You don't want people. You don't want cults. I did say cults, CULTS. You don't want potential, intruder into your marriage. You don't want anything or anyone. You don't want maladaptive behaviors like violence, illicit drug use. You don't want anything to replace what you could have been to him or her.
It's funny, man. You say it, D, because like for real, when you don't fulfill the needs of your spouse, what you're in essence doing is creating emotional turmoil in your spouse.
Turbulence.
Because they're asking internally and questioning, like, what is it that I have to do? There are expectations. There are good ones and there are ones that are unfair. If I'm married, I expect to be in a loving relationship. I'm not expecting for it to be roses and a cakewalk every time, but I'm expecting that if I'm doing life with you and not around you, that there are some things that should come in that relationship. I expect if I'm a wife that you will have conversations with me on a regular basis. Why? Because I need those things to feel like I'm connected to you as an individual. There's statistics that show it, and they are not, I'm talking about on the high end.
Yeah.
Men need And I'm not like, I don't want to when I say this, I don't want to say it like, that we're instinctive and we're just like these horny creatures that run around all the time. We need physical connection, plain and simple. And we use it for so many different things other than what you think. The way you use conversation sometimes to feel connected, we use it for that as well, to relieve stress, to do a number of different things.
I'm glad you said that last thing. Go ahead.
Yeah, because the two things are interdependent upon one another. And okay, let me say this. They're not wants.
Correct.
I want to emphasize that. They are not wants. They are needs, right? I remember one time I posted something, and it was talking about this topic. I can't remember specifically what it was that I posted, but one lady got in there and she was like, all the time, and da-da. It's funny. She just kind of downplayed it and shamed.
Who is she arguing with? She don't have a relationship with you.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. She's married. I was like, man, I hate to be your husband.
Sorry.
I didn't type it in there, but I would say I would hate to be your husband if that is your sentiment.
No, but listen, it's possible that he contributed to that behavior. Like, he could be like so many negative things I could say right here that would take us off track. That kind of drives that. Like, but I hate to be in that marriage.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah.
And so, but speaking from in the context without having to deal with all the stuff that may have contributed, if that's your behavior and he didn't contribute to that, like, where did that come from? Like, and I realized that the two are very much interdependent upon one another. And then when they're not fulfilled, questions are being asked internally. Like, what is it that I got to do? What's wrong with me? Why are we not experiencing this? I know that, like, for real, there was a time where, like, Faith was just going through her stuff. And it was an extended period of like, no, and me like a dummy, wasn't saying nothing or speaking to it. And when I spoke to it, I found out why. And I was like, okay, I feel like a jerk now. Let's go get this fixed. Right?
Yeah.
Then, okay,
most stuff that's symptomatic, bro.
Yeah. But
what's the cause?
When you're doing it and you don't realize that you're doing it, I want to make it very plain. Being single ain't for everybody. But the flip side is also true. Being married ain't for everybody.
You mean marriage ain't for suckers?
Oh, come on, man.
Yeah, so I'll say something. I seldom talk about personal stuff on anything, but I'll say it. I'm going to try to keep it real simple. There are times, on the point that you were making before, there are times that I go to Simone and I need simple stress relief. I'm not talking about, and I'm not trying to segment it.
Yep.
But I need to say, there are times that I have physical needs that are literally stress relief.
Come on.
And there are times that in a full romantic, relational, intimate sense, that is what I need. But there are times that I just need, like in Jamaica, we have cell phone, and some of the cell phone service, if you have a prepaid phone, you need a top up.
Yeah.
So that means you put a little bit more credit on your phone so the phone will work. Right? Because if you don't, then your minutes are going to run out and your phone not work.
Yep.
You feel?
Yep.
So there are times, because I meet all kind of stuff on the road, man. And I'm not talking about sexual stuff. I'm talking about, there's some dudes, some big chest bravado dudes that don't know what they running up on when they come to me.
Yep.
And it happened several times in the last few weeks.
Yep.
Hitting the heavy bag, because I don't need frustration. I don't need to hit the heavy bag or lift weights to get some kind of frustration out, because that's not comforting to me. That's just my testosterone pouring into the gym.
Right.
But there's some times that I need at my house with my wife what I call stress relief, to deal with that thing that says, man, I could have committed a crime. I could have had to go to God and ask for forgiveness for wetting this dude in front of the entire of Boulevard one Friday morning when the man invited me to come onto my vehicle. And I'm like, you want me to come out of my vehicle? By the time any of these people help you, it's going to be too late and we're going to be on the news. And I'm like, pause, wait a minute. Who do you represent? You represent yourself or you represent God?
Yep.
I need stress relief in that moment.
Bro.
Wifey, Simone.
Bro. I wish as spouses we would get to the place of humility maturity and vulnerability that allows us to properly operate in those places and spaces.
And
when my wife says, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie, I'm getting older. And there are moments where there's so much on my mind, I'm not interested in relations. You know,
the grown man gift.
Yeah, I'm not interested. It's too much on my mind right now. But I have to remember that the same way that I need sometimes when she's like, come and hug me up. I already know what that means.
And it's your privilege. No regrets.
And here's the funny thing. I may not even feel for it, but I'm just like, you know what? Let me go on and minister.
Okay.
Let me minister. Because there might be a time for a number of different reasons. Not only there might be a time where I need it as well. There might be a time where I'm stressed out. And I need her to be in position to say, I know what you need. Come, let me break you off.
Yeah.
That takes us, no, real talk. Like there are some women who like, they know, they got it. Like they understand, they get it.
Yeah. Like what do they say? Is this in vogue now? What do they call it? The person understood the assignment.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You could be ready to because I have a conceal and carry, I'm always with it, right? And I pray like I never have to be in a position where I have to, because things are getting a little crazy on the state side. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's not, it has been. But I say all of that to say, like, it's dope when your wife is in position to say, yep, okay, let me minister to you because you are indeed stressed.
Yeah. And she's the one with the keys.
Yep. She's the one with the keys. Nobody else has it.
Nobody else, nothing else has the key.
But some of us, like for real, I'm talking about living life without regret. Some of you, your wife should have the keys.
Oh, brother, here we go.
Oh, man, but she don't. In other words, when she, like, there's been many an instance where I've lost it. It took me a long time to get there. There's been 2 or 3 incidents in particular where I was about to dog walk somebody in a couple of places. It was like,
I'm sorry, did you say dog walk?
Yeah, I was going
go drag them.
I'm talking about drag.
Yeah,
with kick on box the whole way through, right?
Understood.
And they had to look me dead in my eye, like, no,
do not do this.
No, we not.
Thou shalt not.
That. No, babe. No, I'm scared. That's her go-to. I'm scared.
And that's not what a brother want to hear.
I'm like, all right.
Yeah.
And I back up and I'll just look at the dude like,
you're lucky. But God is good, man. That's why we balance each other.
But that's what I'm saying. Like,
yeah.
To your point, they should have the keys. Like she has the keys.
Right.
When she starts saying, I am scared, and I can see it in her face, I'm like, okay, let's go.
You're not going to be like, get off me, and go do something crazy and dumb.
No.
And unholy.
No. She's a helpmeet. And thank you. Ladies, you need to allow your husband to be your covering. Husbands, you need to allow your wives to be your helpmeet in every aspect of the word. When you get out of line, it is her job to bring you back to your center, and you need to allow her to do it.
So Tyrell, is that a good answer for you? What's your favorite positive hack with your spouse? I think having them have the keys to whatever we're talking about, giving them the keys. Like I'm thinking Tyrell is one of those dudes that, like, if he's in a city of wherever, that somebody might be like, I'm gonna give you the keys to the city. They're gonna give you the citation, the plaque, frame it up, give you the keys to the city. Like Simone has the keys for me, man. She has the keys. That's the hack. Like presenting my wife with the keys to everything. She has the keys to like, she's one of the few people who can completely break me.
Yeah.
That's a blessing, because there are people like me who've been through the stuff I've been through, where it's like, you don't have the keys to do that. You can annoy me. It can hurt for a moment, but I'm gonna move on, bro. I'm stepping over it and move on. Well, there's no stepping over nothing and moving nothing on
where Simone's concerned. And that's good because now I'm back in the Garden of Eden, bro. I'm back to vulnerable. I'm back to naked and not ashamed.
It's funny, D. We coming from the places that you and I grew up in, we have a tendency to not be in those environments anymore, but still walk around with that chip on our shoulder.
Oh yeah, I live with it every single day. Yesterday, somebody figured they were going to talk crazy to me with Simone about Simone, and I was like, "Pause, bro. Like, ask a question before you start talking." I'm not what. Yep. And thankfully, we could just move on, and there's no problem. But that thing sits in my bosom, and everybody that knows me sees me as a calm, cool, collected, peaceful, because that's what I want, man. I don't want no smoke. But when I see a little flicker of a flame and it's coming my direction, like something in my brain clicks and I'm back to NYC in the 80s. Yep. Here I go again.
It's crazy. It is so crazy. And I think those are the things that, if we're talking about living without regret, the things that we need to do that are necessary in order to achieve wholeness, whatever that means. Take a trip, have a conversation, get a therapist.
Pause.
I know that that's taboo.
Pause.
You feel me?
Get a what?
A therapist. Get one. It's
mad?
Yeah, no. This don't have nothing to do with mad.
Okay.
Right, D? Because, and I know why you're saying it, but just for the people, when your check engine light on your car come on and you don't quite know how to fix it, because if you knew how to fix it, you would, right? If you could save yourself how much ever the mechanic gonna charge you, you would do it yourself, and you would call the mechanic, right? If you in Jamaica, the walls made different. Cylinder block make wall. Zimmy here, sheetrock. If you bust a hole in the sheetrock, you're gonna call the contractor or the carpenter or whoever to come and fix it if you don't know how to fix it yourself.
True indeed.
If your toilet stop up and a plunger does not fix it and days go by where that thing is just gurgling, you're going to call a plumber.
Why better.
Is it then that when you are experiencing cognitive issues of the heart, emotional issues, traumas, you won't go see a therapist? Why? And you know you can't fix it.
Pride.
That's it. You know what I'm saying?
Pride.
I have too much riding on every aspect of my life, such that when I get to those places where I'm feeling anxious or I take on too much in coaching sessions, that I don't have somebody to, release it.
Yeah. Well, we have said a lot, and this week on that concept of living in marriage without regret, we talked about the negative stuff where you don't want to do anything harmful that will cause you to feel like, oh my goodness, what have I done? Now I need to go correct it.
Yeah.
But we also spoke on the positive. I'm hoping y'all got that. Like, that's next level stuff where missing opportunities to be available to and for your spouse, whatever that means in your household, is a massive cause for regret. And it's unnecessary, because we are to know and love our spouses to the point that almost we spy on them. Like, maybe that's not a term you want me to use, but you're almost spying on them. Like, how can I help you? Like in an upscale restaurant, there's 2 or 3 people with white napkins ready to come the minute you even look like you want something else, because they're hitting you with the 7 course.
Yep.
They're like, how may I assist?
Yeah.
How can I help you? This is what we're into here.
Yep.
Living without regrets, man. Pour in to your spouse. Not only avoid taking stuff away from your spouse, but also pour in and don't miss opportunities.
Ooh, it takes effort, D. I know we're about to get out of here, but let me just say this. It takes effort. And I use the word effort because I know we don't like work, but I'm not shying away from the word work. Why? Because
neither am I.
The actual essence of the word work means to become. Oh, somebody missed it. The actual essence of the word means to become. So I cannot become if I don't put the work in. You cannot become a better husband. You cannot become a better wife. Because I know sometimes when we say this stuff and people listen for entertainment purposes, I promise you, this is not for entertainment. This is for somebody to listen, to get a tool, a strategy, something that will allow them to cognitively just do something different.
Pivot.
And if you want to become, then you got to work for real.
Well, I think if we say anything much more, we will have said too much. Too much. Don't sell what's already sold, y'all.
You already know.
Yeah. All right. We'll catch y'all on the flip side. Holla at y'all.
There you have it, y'all. I hope you've enjoyed your time with us. Marriage is about mutual love and mutual respect, and it works for those willing to make it work. Real talk, our spouses are treasured jewels given to us to make life better. And the sooner we learn to value one another will be the sooner we become the absolute best versions of ourselves we can be. Until next time, peace.